Hey y'all, Sarah Ansberry here, and today I want to talk to you about return of serve. Okay? Getting more power, getting more depth, that all comes from the lower body. So I will tell you the term I hate the most when I hear it is hit and hustle. Okay? So what I have are players that are way too concerned about running to the net after they hit the ball rather than generating a good ball that puts them in a better position and actually brings them to the net. Okay? So always remember, power comes from the lower body. So we're talking about stance here. Okay? So what I have players really do too much is they're taking kind of bigger backswings and they're just trying to run forward to the net and get the ball over. Okay, so first thing we have to put in point is the backswing itself. We don't really need that paddle going too far back. Okay, one of the simplest things to think about is when I make my first step. Okay, so for here, again, forehand, righty. Okay, if the ball is to my right, my first step is going to be to my right toe, kind of pointing where I want to intercept the ball. Okay, so what this is going to do is now mark my backswing. So when I've got my backswing, this is as far as it needs to go. Okay? Now what players tend to do is they step first with their opposite foot and they pull the paddle too far back. So not only are they not getting their legs involved, but it's more difficult to move forward into the court. Okay? So one of the most important things about our stance, okay, so we're really kind of talking open stance here, is it's about quicker recovery. Okay? And the difficulty is people kind of think, oh, if I step out, that's an open stance. No, open stance is about turning and engaging your kinetic chain. Okay, so essentially this first step, this is my weight load. Okay, so I'm really thinking of releasing this body weight from here. Okay, so I'm not lunging or anything like that. I want to kind of let this knee bend and relax. So the weight is fully going into my right leg. Okay. Now from here, what I'm doing is now pushing into a forward direction. Okay. So notice here, my front toe is forward. Okay. So what this is enabling me to do is create another step forward. Okay. So what happens a lot, our players will either kind of come this way or they'll step across with their front foot, and then that leads them into a different direction. Okay, so what I really like to do, it's a simple drill, it's a self-feeding drill. Okay, reason I love this is the player has to do that. I'm not in charge of feeding the ball to my player. They get to do some little self-diagnosis basically, and it's engaging their non-dominant where it should be, okay, which is closing up the body. Okay, so now what we're going to do from here is drop and step forward. Okay, so I'm a little small. Okay, so I don't always have the opportunity to get both feet down before I strike it. Okay, so what this does is I'm actually striking the ball as I'm releasing onto my front foot. So what this does, it elongates my swing. Okay, so when I'm able to elongate that swing, I get a little bit more power and depth and spin without trying to hit it harder or any of those types of things. I'm allowing my body to do the work. Okay, so my wrist is down and now I'm in a forward motion to the ball. So now I'm naturally in a recovery position for a volley, a foreshot, whatever that is, and I'm already moving forward. Okay, so I do this a lot. We could do this on the backhand as well. That difference is if it's a two-handed backhand, then I'm probably going to be feeding it to my player, or even a one-hander. Okay, but that difference is, okay, if I'm going to a backhand as a right-handed player, well, when I pull my paddle back, I'm actually pulling it with my left hand. Okay, so then I would kind of drop that ball there. Again, see how I'm releasing the weight, so that when I make that second step, it's a drive with that non-dominant. Okay, or I separate into a one-hander. Okay, so either way, the focus is the lower body. Okay, it's utilizing the legs to generate your power and create forward momentum into the next ball. Okay, I'm not going to be trying to hit the ball and then stop and back into ready because it's already coming back. So I want a nice, long, slower motion that gets us moving forward and comfortable for the next shot.